Thursday the 30th. April 30th. And look, I mean, you wouldn't think I was moving out at all. So I have to take it back here and do it in this sink. But oh, guess what? I can't do it in this sink either because there's a ball in here. You know, that lock face. See that? Can you see that? That one eyebrow is sticking out from the rest. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. I may have to get some scissors. My beard is so thick lately. It's like, I don't even know, man. Like, if I tried to check into a hotel, I look like Joel. Crazy to think about this right now. I can't believe I'm doing this. Like I said, I mapped out my directions last night, so I have those ready to go. Well, am I going to eat these on camera or what? What are we going to do? Did I save a fork? Yes, I did. You know, wear a raincoat. You know. You know what that's from? I'm still not ready for this. I mean, I guess I am, in a way. But, so I guess I should make like a little checklist for today. Make sure I don't forget anything. I'm supposed to take a nap. Wouldn't be a bad thing to put up there. Because 11 o'clock, and I got up this morning, it was 11. That's after going to bed at 2:30 last night. 3. No, it was after 3, actually. I can't believe after 10 years, this is my last day here. Like, wow. Doesn't feel right at all. I mean, it does, because eventually you gotta move on from stuff. But just, wow, you know, how is this really happening right now, or? I don't even know, man. Now let's add water and blend it. Oh, this is so boring. Why am I watching this? Or why am I filming this? I mean, because it's the last day, you know? That's why. Because it's the last fucking day. I need to clean out this fridge, man. So clean out the fridge, the bathroom, dust off the furniture, vacuum. He's already got so much work to do when he comes in here. What's the difference if he has a little more? He's gonna come in here and it's gonna be like, oh my god, what did he do to this place? You know? A little later in the day, as you can see, the TV is gone. The TV is in the car. I repeat, the TV is in the car. Like, I couldn't get the stand past the headrests on the car seats, and I was like, fuck. So the last thing I want is to be feeling pain in that area. Like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. Why is it once I get dressed and then I have to take a dump? It never fails. I get dressed and then I have to take a dump. This may be the last dump I take on this toilet. After 10 years of taking dumps on this toilet, this may be the last one, so let's enjoy it. It's a little disappointing, but that's the last dump. The last dump that I will ever take in this toilet, so. Say bye, Pookie. Everything in this, oh shit, no. I got that air pump that Sherry gave me. I also got the guitar, I haven't taken that out yet. And that little box of minis, plus all these guys. And then there's this, and the table, and the posters, and these over here. I don't know what I'm going to do with those either. Just throw a bunch of paper towels away. That's, you know, real nice. So, you know, take the Easy Bake Oven out, get the posters out. Just get what you can. You know, don't worry about food. We'll figure the food part out. Like I said, we'll go to Tom's Diner. Just everything else in here needs to go. All the food, all the toppings. And I haven't cleaned the fridge. Oh my god. And then there's these soaps here. I'm thinking I should just take these with me because this is good. I can use this when I get there, you know. So, 19 minutes, damn. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop this. So, I will see you in a little bit. Okay, good evening. It is April 30th and it is nighttime and I have not slept. I went to Tom's Diner and got 2 fish Sammys, so. At the rate things are going here, I don't think I'm going to get out of here till probably 10:30 or 11. Jeez, I better not forget this board. I got this bag here. I took those other 2 bags down before I went to Tom's Diner. There's too much going on here. So I'm halfway tempted to just go to sleep and leave tomorrow morning instead. There's almost a part of me that wants to just do that. The thing is, I've already taken my bottles and medicines and stuff out to the car. And I'm afraid if I go to sleep right now, I'm going to wake up feeling like absolute crap. So I still got to take the bed out. I have to started taking the bed apart. Nor any of this stuff out here. These cushions and VCR and stuff all pressed up against the wall. So I don't even know what's down there. I just got done watching Super Geniuses. Final Fantasy VIII Blind Part 19. So if you ever wonder what I was doing, the last video I watched here was that one. But this is it. Like, this is it. I mean, once I turn this camera off, I got a lot of work to do. The thing is, I could probably skimp on some of it. I don't know, I could skimp on some of it. But, I'm telling you, man. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, I mean, I'm just going to have to do it one trip at a time is all I'm going to have to do. I just didn't think it would be this many trips. So I have to take that chair out. That other chair, my good chair. I have to take that out. I have to take the computer apart. Shit, I thought I had enough boxes and bags for everything, but it's starting to look like maybe not. Now I'm wondering if there's anything. There's still the Super Mario Galaxy poster on the wall back here. I never took it down. The 3DS and the camera adapter. Get these both now before I forget it, because if I don't... So honestly, how long does a trip to the car take? Maybe 3 minutes? So you figure after all those trips it's going to be about 1 hour. 1 hour. Yeah, but that puts it at 10:19 when I leave then. So I'll get my bell, my egg timer, and my Vicks. Put these all in here. How much more can I stuff into this bag? Not much. This thing's filling up, man. I'm running out of space here. My comb, I'll just put that in my pocket. Those cups that should get thrown out. Tom's Diner cup. I mean, I have a Tom's Diner bag. But that's the closest thing to a trash can I got in here. Shit, stress the city, you know. It's not doing me any good standing here talking about it, though. I need to just get on the stick. Okay, good evening. Oh my god, my board. I almost forgot my board. Dear God. Can you imagine? Nope. There. Ugh. Yeah, hair in my mouth. Okay. So, all that stuff in the car, I got everything into it just barely. But when I slip the keyboard in there to push the computer halfway into the driver's seat, and there's another box in the driver's seat that I gotta make do with. So, this is how I'm leaving the apartment. I'm leaving it like this. I should probably make one last pass through here, just to make absolute certain. There's nothing in there. I've checked that room like 3 times. It's not really too conspicuous to leave glass cleaner or Dawn sitting out. That's just more cleaning stuff for him to use, I guess. So here I am. I'm in the car getting ready to take off. Current time is 10 to 11, and this is what we look like here. Let me turn the lights on so you can kind of get a look and see here. There, how's that? You know what? Have a look. I can't even see myself. Where am I in the picture? Is that my hand right there? Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much of that you can see. There's stuff piled up in here to high heaven, baby. Let me tell you. There is bags. And like, I don't know if you can even tell. That's the rearview mirror right there. And this is like going up, this is leaning up against the front window, basically. So I'll record for a little bit, but I tell you, man, I think at best maybe we just go ahead and call this a run. You know what? Here, hang on. Turn you back off so you're not. Alright, I have my 2 papers here. One of which is the rims have to drop off. The other is my directions, of course, which I won't need for several miles. I know how to get to 41 South. So we'll put those You know, maybe I'll just leave those up there, just for the time being. Now, how much is this gonna suck? Like, I'm not gonna be able to see behind me, or to my right. This is actually kind of dangerous. And now that I think about it, it's very dangerous. I can see a little bit over there, but not very far. And that keyboard is just inches away from my head, and I'm just like, dear God. It's one bad swoop and that thing could go bumping me in the head. Okay, and I'm gonna stop here for a second, put her in park, and I'm gonna walk this up. You know what? I'll take you with me. Take one good look, because it's... In with the yellow. Alright. It's good. As far as he knows, I'm just going out to a party, and I just paid for another month. One last time with this fucking driveway, and then we'll be done. Okay, so put your hand up there so it doesn't bump you in the head. And, you know, everything's pretty tightly packed in there, though. Except for you. The only other thing I'm worried about is how long I'm going to be able to stay awake. You know, man, I can't believe I just did that. I just dropped off my goodbye note to Mr. P. So I put my mouse, my computer mouse, I actually put it in my left pocket. I put it down there because I didn't have anywhere else to put it at the time. So anyway, I do have my wallet, right? Jeez. Imagine that. Imagine not having your wallet. So at any rate, we're gonna have to, like I said, so I guess this will put us at Chicago at about 2 a.m. And that's actually probably the best possible time of day you can go through Chicago. Like the best hour, 2 to 3. That's literally, out of all 24 hours in the day, I think 2 to 3 is probably your best hour. So maybe it works out for the best. I mean, we'll hit the hotel at like 4 or 5, but so what? Surely they have a policy, you know, or something where I'm allowed to, you know, sleep a little late, you know, like till 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and then make the rest of my trip. Oh, jeez. Well, so it begins. It begins, boy, I tell you. If there was just some way I could open up a spot through, you know, all that junk, just make a little hole, you know. Like maybe I could pull one of those bags out and set it somewhere else. Like, I don't know where somewhere else even is at this point. Like, jeez. Milwaukee, 81 miles. Hey, what are we at? 89,481. Okay. So we're at 81 right now. So first thing that we have to do on our directions isn't for 100 miles. So we got a ways to go. So stay on this road. So at any rate, yeah, we're taking off here. We're doing good, hanging in there. Just gotta wait for, you know, I don't know, just wait for the time to go by. I mean, what else can you really do? So we're basically taking off at 11 o'clock. That's how it's gonna be. I don't know what in the world it's gonna be like when I get to Mom's place, like what the floor plan is or anything. I have no idea what I'm in for. It's almost as scary as when I moved to Virginia, except this is not nearly as daunting of a drive as that was. And furthermore, I'm not doing it under as extreme conditions. Like when I rode to Virginia, in case you don't remember, I did that after working that morning. So I'd basically been up since like midnight of the night before. I got off of work, went around and did things until like 1 in the afternoon after I visited Dad on Curtis Street, and then I took off then. You know? So I'd already been awake for 13 hours when I took off. Now right now I've been awake for, well, 12 hours. It's the same difference, really. You know, because I got up at 11 this morning. I was planning on taking a nap, but I never did. I know I should have. Like, I mean, if push comes to shove, I'll just pull over and take one, because I got enough soft stuff in here. I can get a makeshift pillow going and just ride out the storm, whatever. And if the cop comes up, well, then they just do. It's not a big deal. So I'm not going to be able to put my right arm down with this computer in here like it is. Alright, here we go. This is good. This kind of locks my right arm in a position, though. If I have anything pressing against my arm for too long, though, it gets to be a real... Yeah, you know... It gets like later on, my arm is always really sore. Sometimes my arms even go rotten. Like, remember how my arms used to go rotten? Boy, I don't miss those days. Makes me wonder what was wrong with me back then. Or why it doesn't happen to me now. Maybe the vitamins and stuff is stopping that from happening now. I'll tell you what, I've definitely got plenty of working out. I don't know what that pain is in the back of my neck. It's not as bad now. And it hasn't been as bad tonight, but it's still been just enough there for me to, like, notice it and be, like, aware of it. And be slightly, you know, bothered by it. There's Jackson Street. So we made it to Oshkosh. Bigosh. Migosh. Stay at a hotel here. The first 10 miles of your trip are done, you know. But no, I'm not driving through. You know, the thought crossed my mind. I could just go to sleep. Like, I could have just left my bed up and went to sleep tonight and woke up tomorrow like it was any other day. I could have done that. Nobody would have known the difference. It wouldn't have mattered at all. But the problem is I got it in my head that I'm doing this tonight, and I can't change that now, you know? And it's like, you know, someday, you know, when I get older, I'm sure I'll miss the days when I could afford, when I actually had the choice to betray, you know, what I knew I had to do, or what I knew I was about to do, or what I planned to do, or any of that. You know, by just, on the spur of the moment, just changing my mind, just to be able to do that in life, you know. That's a luxury, and I could have taken advantage of it, but I didn't because, well, for a number of reasons. Number one, I didn't want to get down to Mom's house on May 2nd or 3rd and be late paying my half of the rent. To leave her there all alone to pay it all without even calling her to tell her what's up. Yeah, I should have called her today to tell her I was leaving tonight, but I didn't do that. My God, that lady's got a weird-looking smile. What did they say, 81? Well, it says 89 now, so we've been 8 miles. 8 miles is all we've gone. That's like 1% of the trip. You know what he's over there? Yeah, another thing I never told you about is on my way to Virginia, I was coming down this highway. It was like in the first hour, I tried to get into a lane. I pulled to the left to turn, like, I changed lanes to the left, basically, not realizing that someone was there, and they honked their horn at me, man. It scared the crap out of me, but I definitely, ever since then, have always been pretty cautious about, overly cautious, should I say, about changing lanes. Yeah. I see changing lanes to the right. I can't do this because I can't see. Oh, you know what? I can see over there a little bit. You can see in that mirror just a little bit. If I rearrange stuff, I could probably get a good view there. Now, I really, you know, I don't want to sit here and talk for this entire time. So, eventually I'm going to turn you off and I'm going to pull out the CDs and we're going to have us a rock and roll time. But just for the time being, I wanted to, you know, capture this first little bit of the trip so we could, you know, establish that we're on our way here. So, I mean, Dad's not going to be happy with the way I left the apartment, but I just couldn't help it. I had to go. I was so fucking tired. So, like, I just couldn't take making that trip one more time. And people started coming out of their houses, and they just wouldn't stop. There was this girl outside smoking a cigarette on the east side. There was some guy that looked like Dario came out of his apartment downstairs in the middle, right under those front stairs. The guy that lives below me had his door open like 2 or 3 inches. Every single time I walked by, I could see the light from an aquarium in there. I had to walk past it like 3 times before I figured out what it was. So he's sitting there with his fucking door open. So it's like, no wonder when I left my door open for 2 weeks, nobody did anything. Because apparently everybody does that around here. It was a nice night, I mean, I'm not going to lie. That old lady that lives, like, over on the east side downstairs, I think she used to be the landlord there. Because I always wondered whatever happened to that lady. But I think that might actually be her. Because when my internet was down and I had to go to Tom's Diner to use their internet, she would always come over while I was there, and she'd always say hey to me, and she'd sit down. One day she sat down and started talking to me, and I'm like, geez, okay. See, that's going to be a problem right there when we're, yeah, when there's traffic entering and I can't see over there. So I'm just going to have to be very careful about changing lanes, that's all. Thank goodness most of the time I just stay to the left. Actually, I don't know if that's good or not, because like most of my directions say keep left or take exit on left. So we'll be doing that. Highway K, 20th Avenue, who knows what that is? South Park Avenue, boy, I tell you. So 94, that means we've done 13 miles now. That's 2% of the trip, I guess. Just about. Well, I don't know, 650 miles. It's a little bit less than that, I don't know. Jeez, I want something to drink, man. I'm thirsty. I haven't drunk anything since that Coke from Tom's Diner. Should have been, oh, you know, I left my Brita filter there. I did, I left my Brita filter in the fridge. That's fine, though. I don't care about that. You know what else I left in the fridge? That cranberry juice. And the baking soda. And a whole shit ton of stains and hair. So, well, he's going to have a lot of fun with that. I gave him $500, so hopefully that covers some of it. It's not going to cover all of it, I can almost promise you that. Probably won't even cover the carpet. Oh, I left the vacuum sitting up there too, you know. I left all that stuff up against the wall, that mattress. I didn't even take that mattress out. So I guess I figured that's another thing that a tenant might want, though. Somebody else might want that mattress. I don't know. It's not a bad looking mattress. It's leather. It's shitty, though. It's a shitty mattress. It turned out to be after I slept on it for a little bit. Then again, I mean, I don't know. It was a couple of years I slept on that thing. I mean, when me and Craig saw it at the garage sale, when was that? That was like back when we were just starting up the art shop stuff, wasn't it? So it would have been like summer of 2013. Sounds about right. Anyway, well, I don't know how long I've been talking now. Well, I should know. It's been about a half hour, just about. So, I don't know, it feels like it's been longer than that, but, well, too bad. That sucks if it feels like it's been longer than that. I can't even see in my rear view at all. All I can see is my left rear view. This ain't safe, man. If a cop sees this, he's gonna, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's not going to approve of it, that's for sure. But, what are you gonna do now? I mean, there ain't nothing I can do. So, oh well. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. I think I'm gonna go and turn this off. Did not start at 10 to 11, so yeah, it's gonna be about a half hour. I just don't want to go fall asleep at the wheel. You don't need that to happen. Because I'm telling you, you hear about that shit, and it's like, jolted awake, your head is through the window. And you're trying to lift your gun like that guy in Scream 2. You can see him trying to make one last ditch effort to point the gun at the killer. But he barely gets his wrist up from the, you know, from its position before he just gives up. It's like, gosh. That always freaked me out when I watched that as a kid. Anyway, well, so I'm so glad I got that tire replaced. Because I'll tell you what, I would be worrying about that right now. So, yeah. Who even knows where this goes? Anyway, the wind blows, I guess. I guess I really should try to keep it at least 70. So we can make some kind of decent time here. I mean, I don't know what, you know, when Google Maps says it's an 8-hour trip, I don't know what they're assuming. Are they just assuming you drive 60 miles an hour the whole time and you don't stop? Because that's not, you know... They should assume 50 the whole trip. That way your stops factor in. Milwaukee, 58 miles, jeez. Oh, man. So, I'm not talking, boy. Yeah, I think it's about time to pull out a CD. Alright, so I'll see you later. And I'll let you know when something crazy happens. So, goodbye.